Hey guys, it's Gordon, and today I wanted to take a closer look at Black Adam because recently The Rock took to social media to announce that Black Adam is his biggest box office success to date. So huge congratulations to The Rock. He has bet on himself at every fork in the road. This man is an absolute beast. I definitely look up to him and I aspire to be like him and have the kind of dedication and work ethic that he has. Without further ado, let's talk about Black Adam. Okay, guys, so I went to see Black Adam on opening night. That's Friday of last week. I went with John, my roommate, who also helps me run this channel. Now, John is a huge critic of superhero films. He loves the Marvel Cinematic Universe all the way up until Endgame. And then everything after that, he's sick of it. And DC, he has never liked. He calls it the Superman complex. Their main character is Superman. And he says because Superman is so powerful, you have to come up with ridiculous plots in order to, count him out of an ordeal or to make him lose. He basically has to not want to play ball until the very end, and then he just, one punch and the villain is out. So he calls it the Superman complex. Pretty much hates any movie from DC except for Christopher Nolan's Batman series. He loves those. Though, those are excellent. Those are the best of the best. So who can argue with him on that? But he walked away from Black Adam saying, this is probably the best DC movie I have seen. This is the best movie they've made. And he said it wasn't bad. It was, at the very least, a good movie. Could have been better, but it was very good. Here are my ideas for how it could have been better. So Black Adam, at its core, has a decent plot. The issue with Black Adam is that it fails to make you care. The way that you make an audience care is by giving them characters' backstories. Who are they? And are they morally superior to us? Are they really, really good people? And is there something that they care about? Is there something that they selflessly want for others? And they really could have taken another half hour to 45 minutes to set up this movie. Because they give us Black Adam's, backstory with some voiceover, which of course I hate. Because it's just expositing plot. When you could give it to me in a narrative format. They could have just done that visually, the whole Black Adam backstory they could have done visually. But what about the other characters? They could have given us a whole backstory to these people who want to free themselves from this regime, this militant regime. Well, they could have showed us them losing people that they loved. You give us a day in the life of, that's what we call it in screenwriting, a day in the life of. What was their day like prior to Black Adam? We don't really know. We see them on their way to free Black Adam, but we don't see the events prior and what led them to, okay, we're done with this regime. Okay, we've contacted the Justice Society. They have refused to help. We're getting our own help. We're getting Black Adam. That would have made the movie far more explosive because now I'm with them. I'm locked in to the characters and their plots. I'm locked into the characters, what they have at stake, what they need, what they want. You need to establish a character's wants so that the audience, know when they get that. Or when they're trying to get it, but something stands in their way. And they overcome that, a new thing stands in their way. They overcome that. And see how it's building? And me as the audience member, I can see that build. I'm experiencing that build because I understand their wants, their needs. I understand what's at stake. See, none of this was verbalized. We didn't see the backstories. Now, some of it is just implied, but that's too in general. Everyone understands, when someone is less fortunate than them and that we should feel morally bad about that. Oh, I feel bad for them. But that's general. That's too in general. You want to make it specific. So me as the audience member can really lock in, really hone in to their story. What's specific about their story? And then when people commit selfless acts throughout the plot of the film, I can recognize that. Relative to them, that was really selfless because no one else around them was willing to do those things. Okay, now I'm locked in. Now I care. And when the audience doesn't care, they just walk away from the action movie being like, that was pretty cool action, but I won't watch it again. When they care, they watch it again. I really want to experience those characters' stories one more time. I also think we should have seen some more Justice Society stuff before we get into the Black Adam movie. They should have tried to contact the Justice Society. See, the whole reason why they needed Black Adam is because no one was helping them. See, this whole backstory thing could have propelled this whole movie into a new dimension. And everyone would have walked away giving this thing an A+. The Justice Society gets the call from them and they're like, no, we do not get involved in foreign affairs. Okay, then they raise Black Adam and they're like, whoa, Black Adam, you can't do that. We gotta put you into a cell, okay, and you gotta give up your powers. Wait a second, I contacted you to help us. Where were you? You didn't respond. Bam! The audience would have felt that, and they would have known that the Justice Society was wrong and that Black Adam was right. Even though Black Adam's the villain, they would have identified with them resurrecting Black Adam and Black Adam taking things to the extreme. The audience would not have been sitting there like, well, he is murdering people, so the Justice Society kind of has a point. No, you would be like, no, you don't have a point because you recused yourself from the situation when I offered it up to you first. I said, please help us. We need your help. This isn't right. Well, now you got yourself into this situation. That would have exploded the whole movie. One more issue that the film really failed to do was verbalize stakes. I mentioned that in setting up the plot, but I had no idea what the villain of the movie actually wanted. I understood there was this crown type thing that he wanted to get, but what does that crown do for him? Well, I understood in general it would give him powers. But what powers? And are those powers are they stronger than Black Adam? Well, if they're not stronger than Black Adam, then why should I care if he gets them? And is there some sort of additional power? There was like this whole additional thing that he could do once he got the crown and became this superpowered being that he could do. And then he does it. And I'm like, whoa, what's this was never verbalized. They never told me that this was at stake. Dude, the audience cannot be afraid of an outcome if they don't know what the outcome is. I can't be afraid of him getting superpowers if I don't know for sure that he's going to be stronger than Black Adam, our supposed hero of the film, and that he's going to do something crazy that hurts a bunch of people. Well, I don't know what... He just wants to be powerful. I don't know who he's going to hurt. You need to verbalize those stakes. Come on. I know I said the last comment was the last one, but just one more thing. Hear me out here. There is a clear parallel between Black Adam's son and the son of our female protagonist. They could have drawn such a stronger connection between them in the movie. He looks at her son, flashes back to his. You know, it's when you put something directly next to one another, the audience feels that connection stronger. Otherwise, people can just overlook it. But I think it's such a powerful parallel in the movie. It really explains why Black Adam cares at all to help this family out, when we really don't have another reason to believe why he's going to help them out over just not helping at all. So drawing that clear connection between his son and her son, I think really makes the audience understand Black Adam better. Understand why is he helping? Because a lot of times I was just sitting there like, why doesn't he just leave? You got to tell me. You have to verbalize these things. Well, not necessarily verbalize, but in some way clearly establish these stakes, clearly establish these connections, these parallels, giving me clear reasons why I, the audience member, should buy why he is staying in this fight instead of just flying off. Okay, guys, those were my main gripes with Black Adam. The things that I loved about Black Adam was, of course, the action. I think the team did a tremendous job at crafting the action. You have to understand that a lot of it was CGI, so there had to be a lot of pre-planning and then execution, and they had to go through many different departments in order to pull those sequences off. So I think that they did a really excellent job with those sequences, and I really admire the film's ability to lean into who Black Adam was, and to not shy away from the violence of it, and to even be able to bring some humor into it along the way. course, Dwayne Johnson has always been excellent at bringing humor even into the darkest of situations. Guys, I think it was actually a really good movie. I think most audiences are going to enjoy it. I don't think they're going to love it, but I think they're going to walk away saying, yeah, it was a good movie. I think some DC fans are really going to love it. And since it's doing so well at the box office, I'm praying to God that they reignite the Snyderverse. Again, this is a spoiler, people, but the post-credit scene featured Henry Cavill as Superman, which we all know he said he would not do any more DC movies unless Snyder was leading the cinematic universe for DC. Okay, guys, that's my video today. Thank you very much. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Did you like Black Adam? Did you guys agree with some of the notes that I made? And did you guys have some additional ideas for how they could have improved the film? Thank you very much.